The second way that you can geo-target a country with Proxyrack proxies is by making a change to your username when you authenticate with your username and password. So a couple notes on this. One is that this will not work with whitelisted IP addresses. So if you come over here to the authentication tab and you see any whitelisted IP addresses here, then you need to remove those first. Click save, wait a few minutes for our system to update, and then you can do this method. The other thing is that this will work best if you need to consistently change the country that you're geo-targeting. So this will make it easier rather than the first way, which is coming in here to change and set the default port settings. So you do this by making a change to your username wherever you've configured your proxies. So that could be in your code, that could be maybe in your browser settings or in an application. So wherever it asks you for your username, this is where you would change that. So let me show you a couple examples, and we'll first just use a note here, and we need to first get our username. So let's copy our username and paste it in here. So you can use two different syntaxes in order to geo-target by changing your username. One is the dash syntax. So you can see that this is done with just using dashes between each parameter that you're adding after your username. So we're going to go dash country and then dash, oh, sorry, that auto capitalized, and dash whatever the two-letter country code that you're trying to geo-target. So for example, for the USA, that would just be US. Or if you're geo-targeting the UK, for example, that would actually be GB. Or Mexico would be MX. So you would add this simple dash country dash the two-letter country code after your username, and then insert your username wherever you've configured your proxies. The second syntax that you can use is the semicolon syntax. And it's very similar, except you just do semicolon and then country equals whatever the two-letter country code is. And then what you want to do here is we actually need to encapsulate the whole username and password with quotation marks. So we have our username and our password, and we want to encapsulate all of that in quotation marks in order for this to work properly. So this semicolon syntax would be more often used when we are either excluding a specific country or we want to geo-target multiple countries, which this will come in more handy later in different videos. So let me also show you how you can do this within your dashboard. So here we have both sticky and random ports. You can see all the ports that are available to you. And we have this export format section where we can adjust the format that we're using. So a lot of different applications require this format of the host or the DNS or the IP, port, username, password. So we can actually put all this in here, and then we can either copy the list or download the list. So if we wanted to add geo-targeting parameters here, we can do it right here, and it will add them to all of our ports. So we could say dash country dash US to geo-target the US, or dash country dash GB in order to geo-target the UK. We can also do that with the semicolon syntax. Dash US, or sorry, equals US, or equals GB, or equals whatever country you want to put in here. But remember, in order to do this syntax, we have to encapsulate our username and password with quotation marks. So then this is all reflected in here, and you can come in, you can copy the whole list, you can download it, and it will download a text file to your computer. And then the geo-targeting parameters are right there within your exported list. So if you have any questions, feel free to click on the chat button here and ask us any questions that you have on this. Thank you.